Hello, happy Friday. Our theme today is going to be neck and shoulders. Short and sweet. It will be about half an hour. Prop wise, a block should do it. And other than that, I think you're set. So, to begin, let's start in a comfortable seated position. Truly, anything goes. What's more important to me than the position of your legs is the position of your spine. So you're rooting down into the sit bones, and you're starting to create some space vertebra by vertebra as the lower belly hugs in gently. And it's almost as though somebody is pulling and lengthening up through the top line of the head, through the crown of the head. So we start to just settle into our alignment, a position in which the head is stacked over the heart and the heart is stacked over the pelvis. Breathing and energizing through the central column of the body. Anatomically, this, of course, is our spine, from the top of our spine to the base of our spine. Energetically, this is the Sushumna channel, the main energetic channel of the body. And this connects us as humans to earth and sky, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth. And let's just kind of find that zone of center, that place of center where there can still be stimulus from outside of the body, but we drop into the body anyways. We scan the physicality of the body. Where the body is in space today. And any messages that maybe the body has to share. And in Yin, we talk about how it's the sharing that is more like a whisper than, say, a yell. So there's space and time to follow subtlety. And as you settle in, elongate your breath. Now might be a time that you play with bringing your tongue to the top palate of your mouth, and the input and output of breath comes from the nasal passageway. It comes from the nose. And try to receive this richness of breath in this space today. With this acknowledgement of enoughness, this acknowledgement of wholeness, this acknowledgement that you're right where you need to be at this time. Past is the past, future is still to come. Let's learn to be in this moment for the next little while. And for the last little bit in our opening Sukhasana, consider bringing the hands to the space of the heart. And as the heart comes to meet the thumbs, as the thumbs come to meet the heart, linger in this space. The intention of this space and the vibrancy of this space, so an intention can come forwards. And with this intention now, weaving throughout the body on whatever level it needs to be at, we can come into our practice. So our first posture is going to be taking a block. If you don't have a block, a phone book or a pillow even, I suppose, will do. We're going to come to lie on the back. So the block, and you can play with the level. I'm just going to take out my ponytail. You can play with the level that is right for you, but we're going to tuck the chin in and then place the block on the occiput, so that ridge that runs along the back of the head. And that will bring the chin closer to the chest, the chin closer to the heart, so the heart is lifting upwards as the breath comes into the chest. And so in this posture, we're creating further space through the upper aspect of the neck. While gently massaging the thyroid and the parathyroid gland at the front and the side of the throat. It might be fairly obvious when you come into these postures of where the body today is holding on to tension or to restriction. And how through stillness and support, and of course breath, that can change. So maybe here not only become familiar with the expansion through the front line of the body, the rise and the fall of the lower belly as you breathe, but also through the sideline of the body as the body moves away from center on the inhale. And as the body hugs into center on the exhale. And often we hold so much tension through our shoulders that then radiate and run up along through the back of the neck. You know, we talk a lot about how every centimeter that the head is forwards and downwards, like looking at your phone or kind of that slouched position, it doubles the weight of the head. So these tissues just are tense. They're supporting that heavy weight. Just a couple more breaths here with that block underneath the occiput, chin tucking in. And then together, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And then an audible sigh out through the mouth. To lift the head off of the block, place it to the side. Good. And then you can leave your feet as is if that's comfortable, or you can start to just walk your feet in, so knees are bent. And then left hand is going to track along your left hip, and right hand is going to come up towards the ceiling with the palm of the hand facing towards the feet. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your right arm up and overhead so that the back of the hand touches the ground and the palm of the hand faces the sky. And then a thoughtful breath through the sideline here of the right side of your body, through the upper lats. Good. And then a couple of times as you exhale, rotate your chin over to your left shoulder. And then inhale, come back to center, nose to the sky. Good. And then exhale, rotate the head, chin over to left shoulder. And inhale, nose to sky. And one more time in this flowing variation. So exhale, chin to left shoulder. And inhale, chin to sky. And then this time we're going to stay in that deeper, longer, slower hold. So exhale, chin over to left shoulder. And then just pause. Anchor into the density, into the heaviness of your bones. And then breathe into what feels spacious, what feels light with that inhale breath. Perhaps this is a time to observe the rate and the rhythm of the breath as it comes in and as it goes out. And if it feels symmetrical, let's take 5 more breaths. A second time, fill in through the nose. And then exhale out through the mouth. The bottom of that exhale will be the cue to gradually bring your head back to center, nose to sky. Good. And then bring your right arm up. Inhale. And right arm down to the earth. Exhale. Switching sides. Breath in. Left arm is going to come up. Palm of the hand faces the feet. And then breath out. Left arm up and overhead. Back of the hand to the earth. Palm of the hand to the sky. And then our little flow. So on the exhale breath, rotate the chin over to the right shoulder. And then inhale back to that starting point, nose to sky. 2 more times, please. Breath out to rotate. And breath in, your starting point. One more time. Breath out. That's the way. Breath in. Good. Last time. Breath out, and we're just going to stay and pause. Opening up through that left side of your neck. Maybe now you take this moment to notice the mental landscape of the mind. What thought pattern is dominant for you at this time, and if that thought pattern brings a richness to the moment, or if that thought pattern is posing to be a distraction to the moment. It's the training of the mind, I think, that brings the wisdom to the practice of yoga. It can also bring the challenge as well to the practice. Five more breaths here. Good. So let's take that cleansing breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth to rotate your head back to center, nose to sky, and just stay. Next inhale, elevate your left arm. Good. And then exhale, left arm down by your side. So we're going to flip now from back lying to front lying. So take your time to flip on over. And then for this next one, it's personal preference if you want to use a block to support your head or not. But I'm blanking on the name. I feel like it's something to do with 2 ropes, but we can just own it and name it whatever we want today. We're going to bring left arm underneath right arm, and left arm is going to come over to the right side, and right arm is going to come over to the left side. Maybe 2 ropes pulling. And then again, you can just feel firstly into the target tissue of this pose to the outer shoulder and adjust the head based on kind of what adds or takes away based on the Goldilocks rule. So in all of these poses, what we're aiming to feel is something, but that something is, it's not too much, it's not too little, it's just right. So my personal preference is to put my forehead on the block I find that it can be nice to take away further tension through the back of the neck. And there's some counter pressure to the space between the brow. There's some counter pressure to the third eye, which can be quite calming. So I leave that up to you. If your head is on the block, maybe you roll your head a few times from side to side, just massaging the muscle of the frontalis out. And now we have the feedback of our pelvis, of our lower belly along the earth to breathe into. Further compression on the in-breath as your lower belly comes into the earth, and less compression on the out-breath as the lower belly hugs into the front side of the spine. Good. A breath more. Coming into our cleansing breath in through the nose. That's the way. And out through the mouth. Let it go. Uncrossing the arms. Now to recross the arms. So we have left arm in front of right arm. Left arm coming to right side. Right arm coming to left side. Two ropes pulling. And it always amazes me how our body has these habits that we don't always acknowledge. I'll bring you back in a few more rounds of breath. And your breath of transition, please, in through the nose and out through the mouth. To uncross the arms, lift the head, and you're going to press your way up to a tabletop. Beautiful. And then once you're in tabletop, adjust to come into seated, our starting point. We have just enough time to do a little bit more work. So on the exhale breath, please tuck your chin in towards your chest. And let it hang there for a little bit of time. Breathe into your upper back and breathe into the highest points of your lungs. Beautiful. And then just roll your head right ear to right shoulder. And chin to chest, please. And left ear, left shoulder. And one more time. Chin to chest. Right ear, right shoulder. And chin to chest. And left ear, left shoulder. Chin to chest. Good. Realign the head. And we're going to finish today with a big self-embrace. So open your arms to be what I call your slingshot pose. Palm of the hands are facing forwards. And then exhale, please bring right elbow on top of left elbow and start to just inch your hands closer towards your shoulder blades. So you can feel that action of your shoulder blades starting to spread away from your spine. And then tuck the chin in and just bow. Bow the head towards the heart. We can tap into the magnetic field of the heart, how it's far, far greater than the magnetic field of the brain. And then inhale, align the head, open the arms wide. And second side, please. Exhale, left arm over right arm, palm of the hands to the shoulders and spread. Spread the shoulder blades away from the spine, then tuck this little ball of you. In safety and security and richness, just pause and breathe. A breath more. And then align the head, open the arms. And we're just going to end with our hands resting comfortably on knees, on tops of legs, to let the practice settle. To take this brief yet effective deep sea dive into the self. Whenever the breath starts to move inwards, please use that as the invitation to realign your hands with the space of your heart. Thumbs into sternum and sternum into thumbs. And this is a time of year. Summer is a time of year where we share our warmth, our energy with our community. So I share my warmth with you, with this community that we're so thankful continues to exist. So with gratitude, namaste.